Hi, Gemini. I hope you guys are doing really, really well. My name is Brian. I am your queer psychic bestie, and I have a reading for you guys. This is going to be your August month at a glance. This is going to be for Geminis. So, if you have Gemini anywhere in your chart, if you vibe with Geminis, maybe you're a cross watcher, whatever the case may be, this reading may resonate for you. As always, take what resonates and leave what does not. You know, this is a reading you found on the internet. Yeah. Why am I totally blanking out right now? Oh, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do that through email or form submission on my website. We will be doing a Celtic cross for you today, Gemini. So that's going to give us kind of a look at everything going on for your month, what we need to talk about, what needs to be discussed, etc., etc. Oh, that was fast. Let's see what's going on for you guys. Okay, I'll take it. Things are flying. Your cards want to talk, Gemini. I mean, maybe because you're a chatty sign. I don't know. Let's see. Bottom of the deck is our challenge. Let's dive into the reading. Page of Wands, Three of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Two of Wands. A lot of wands, Gemini. Wands are usually like roadblocks, actions, fire energy, you know. So it feels like in your challenge here, a lot of August, this could be particularly about work for you in August, but it feels like with the Page of Wands and the Three of Wands, you're kind of looking to, I almost want to say branch out. There's like this feeling here with the Ace of Pentacles of looking to, I almost also want to say like looking to shift how you're making your money, looking to like change how you're going about things, or for someone here, you're a service provider because I just heard how you're taking clients. So it does feel like some of you could be in the service provider industry. You don't have to be, but it just feels like there's a general shift in August for you about how you're making your money and how you want to continue making your money in the future. So let's see what's going on for you. Your first card out, so we'll be doing the Celtic Cross, like I said. The first card in the Celtic Cross is your energy right now. It is interesting that this card came out in reverse. It is the Six of Wands in the reverse. So, not the greatest start off, Gemini. Six of Wands upright is victory. So, Six of Wands in the reverse is like, we're not feeling very victorious right now. You know, we're not feeling very, the way my guide just said this to me is like on top of the world. It feels like you may feel a little disorganized is also coming through. Like a little bit of like disorganization, like not feeling like we're really having all our ducks in a row, having our stuff really together. Because your crossing card in the Celtic Cross, the crossing card is either a help or a hindrance, and it's the Four of Wands. This to me feels like more so of a help for you guys, because I almost feel like because you don't feel, that's a weird word to come through. My guides are giving me that you're almost like a little bit hyper protective right now. That's not what I was going to say. But it is interesting that that did come out that way. But it feels like because you are in this place of like, I don't feel very in control right now. I do feel like you are in it for the long haul. You know, I feel like a lot of you guys with that Four of Wands, you're committed to fixing that. You know, this is not just kind of like a, oh, shit, it'll pass kind of moment. You know, I feel like a lot of you guys are like, okay, I need to dig down and I need to like deal with this right now. It's very action oriented, Gemini. Literally Knight of Wands as I say that. Feels like your August is serving up to look very action oriented. World in reverse, King of Cups, Knight of Wands. Some of you could have a person, specifically a masculine water energy in your life, that is causing you a little bit of road blockage. It almost feels like some of you also could be looking to physically relocate. The world can talk about like physical relocation, but it doesn't have to. But the Knight of Wands is another movement card. So Knight of Wands with the world can definitely be like, especially the world in reverse with the Knight of Wands, like someone's kind of standing in your way here. It feels like, and notice how it even came out. The King of Cups is in the middle of you. Like here you are being like, okay, I'm ready to go. But here's the King of Cups being like, no, you can't go. So that way the world isn't upright. It's now in the reverse. So now here you are just kind of being like, okay, why aren't you letting me go? You know, and they're like, no. It feels a little messy, Gemini. This definitely feels a little messy for me. I feel like there's definitely a little bit of drama that's going to be showing up here in August. I know you guys don't want to hear that. But it does feel like some of you guys are going to be having some really tough talks with people this month. This could be a specific person. It doesn't have to be. It could just be you tackling people that make you feel stuck, that make you feel held back. But it does sort of feel like the way my guides are saying this to me is like you're trying to get your head in the game. You know, that's like a very sports sort of analogy here, but it feels like you really are. Like you're like, okay, I need to, you know, what the kids say, these to lock in, you know, like it feels like that kind of moment for you in August where you're really like, the way my guides are saying this to me again is like hunting down answers, which I think is a bit interesting here. I want to dig a little bit more into this because I'm trying to figure out why this is a roadblock. High Priestess, some of you need to listen to your intuition. Why is this person blocking you? Well, Fortune, 2 of Cups. Is this someone with feelings for you? Oh. This is someone with complicated feelings for you, Gemini. 2 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, 2 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Wands. For some of you, I will shuffle these cards back into the deck. Just so you guys know, I just want to dig into this a little bit because it's a little cloudy for me. For some of you, this is someone who feels it's almost like kind of like, this is so cliche to say forbidden, like forbidden sort of romance. Like this person has an interest in you, but for some reason there's conflict around it with that 2 of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands. I feel like they're aware of this conflict. So it's like, instead of facing the music, I feel like they're just trying to, almost as harsh as this sounds, delay you. I don't know how else to say that to Gemini. It's like they may, I almost want to say they're meddling. Like, I feel like this is like a meddler. Because I feel like, again, there's something about this connection that is either people don't like it or they know it's not good. But with that 2 of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands, I feel like they're kind of purposefully throwing some wrenches into this for you and making it a little bit harder than it has to. Yeah, the Sun is here on the bottom of the deck. With the Strength card, a lot of Leo. They could have Leo in their chart. You could have Leo in your chart. But it just feels like August, right off the bat, we've got some drama here. You know, we've got someone who's kind of interfering with us in not a really great feeling way. But what I think is interesting is that in your headspace, you have the Ace of Cups. So it's almost like, I almost feel like, Gemini, you're amongst this energy of, okay, well, you're not going to stop me. You know, I feel like with the Ace of Cups, you're doing what you love, or you're chasing what you love, or you're chasing a future that you're going to love. And I almost feel like this person, the way I just heard this was inconsequential. Like they may be playing some very childish games with you, but I don't feel like it's going to stop you. You have Strength came out again. I'm telling you, you could have Leo in your chart. Ever watch a Leo video? It just really feels like determination. You know, with the 5 of Wands here, the 8 of Pentacles, and the Strength, I feel like a lot of you are determined to create a world that you want to live in, to create a world where you're happy and like content and fulfilled. And it feels like you're not really going to give this a second thought. You know, I feel like I said, I feel like this person may meddle, they may slow you down a little bit, but I don't feel like it's like a hard stop. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like if you're moving, this is like you're not moving anymore. This is just sort of like okay, you're making it a little bit more difficult for me right now. I just heard one of my guides say so loud, this is so sassy. They were like, yeah, that's their specialty. This could be someone who likes to make your world a little bit more difficult than it has to be. Gemini, like I said, this just kind of feels like someone who thrives on drama, you know, and I don't really... They're like a gnat, my guides are saying, you know, like they're just kind of like always there. Because I'm asking, I'm like, okay, well, like, why are we in contact with this person? And my guides are like, well, they're just always there. weird thing, obviously, if you know who I'm talking about, you're gonna know what I'm talking about here. I feel like I don't really know what I'm talking about right now. Um, they're just kind of like always there. It's weird. It's weird, babe. Yeah, in your physical world, King of Wands, like King of Wands is normally a positive card, but for this, I almost feel annoyed. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I feel like this is the same person just being up in your fucking bubble all of the time. Some of you could be a parent. It doesn't have to be, but it's like, why are they here? Three of Wands. It's like they're always waiting for you. I don't know if they feel like you're gonna choose them eventually. King of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Oh, this is a weird one, Gemini. This is someone who thinks if they make enough money, that will be something that wins you. Like, there's this, like, weird feeling here with the Three of Wands, the Six of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles is like an upgrade. It's like a promotion, you know? And so it feels like this person is of the mindset of, well, if I make enough money, they'll see me as an equal or like as a romantic option. I'm going to tell you off the bat, this doesn't feel like a parent. For a lot of you, it's not. For some of you, it is, like I said, but most of you, this is like a potential partner or someone that wants to be partnered. And I feel like this is almost... Ooh, my guides are smoking them a little bit right now. My guides just saying that it's like a very pathetic showcase on their end of like, oh, look at me, like I'm gonna make all this money and like that's gonna win you over. And it almost feels like this person doesn't even truly understand you. Ooh, I just heard really loud, they love the idea of you. They love the idea of you, but I don't think they love you. I know that's harsh to say, but I think you already know that. I don't think I'm giving you new information here, babe. Okay? Because even in your near past, you have the Ten of Swords. You could have tried to end this with this person already. Like, this could be someone you've already left. Maybe you're just friends now. Or, like, you're just not associated, but they're just kind of, like, in your world somehow. Is this giving, like, we break up, but we're in the same friend group? Do you know what I mean here? Like, it's messy, babe. Hanged Man. Okay. One of my guys just said it's about fucking time. I think some of you put off leaving this person or walking away from them. Yeah. Yeah. King of Swords, Eight of Swords. There's something also about this person where they know how to hit you where it hurts. It feels like for those of you, like I said, a lot of you, this is romantic. This is an ex. It's a partner. Some of you, like, the way my guides are showing this to me is they keep showing me the Empress card, but it's in the reverse. Some of you could have had a child with this person, and now it's sort of like a trapped feeling, like I'm trapped with them. It feels like with the King of Swords and the Eight of Swords, this person knows where to hit you to make it hurt. They know, because probably at one point you guys were very close, they know where to, like, stick the knife under the armor, get it in and twist it. And I feel like with the Hanged Man, it took you so long to walk away from this because they manipulated you, because they almost, like, I hate to even say this, but like they preyed on you a little bit. There could be like an age gap here for you guys as well, like maybe like 5+ is what I'm getting. But it feels like they took advantage of you. And I feel like now August is all about like shedding not only this person, but everything they left you with. You know, it's like I'm hearing like it's a rejection of everything about them to move on and be happy, to be content, to live a life that you want to live. Is a rejection of this person and everything about them, which is really beautiful. You know, because even in your near future, Queen of Cups, babe, we're stepping into a very emotionally grounded place. You know, Queen of Cups is emotional depth. You know, we are feeling the depths of the ocean when we're in the Queen of Cups energy. And so it feels like, this is so random. This is so random. I don't know what this movie has to do with you at all. Maybe my guides are just showing this to me to be a little cheeky, but like Underwater with Kristen Stewart? I don't know. It's like a horror movie. It's not a bad movie at all. I've definitely seen it. But they're showing that to me as I'm talking about the Queen of Cups. And I'm like, oh, you feel like the emotional depths. And they're like, underwater. And I'm like, what? Maybe watch the movie. There might be a message in there for you. But I feel like you're just kind of maybe with the with the reference to the movie, you're going to new depths. You're getting to know yourself on a deeper level more than you've ever known yourself before. And Gemini, I feel like sometimes when you get into water energy, it's a little bit uncomfortable. You know, I feel like because like water and air, you're going to cause like a monsoon of some sort. You know, it's a very volatile combo. But I feel like with the Two of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Ace of Cups twice, babe, you're not settling anymore. You know, I feel like with that Ace of Cups and the Magician, you guys are like really going after it. You know, I feel like a lot of you already know, like, what's going to make me happy? What do I have to do? I feel like a lot of you have a plan and you're ready to execute it. And it feels like now August is that execution state. You know, I feel like you are very much just in that energy of, okay, I got to do it. This is my time. You know, and I think it's really positive, Gemini. This feels like a really good reading. Sorry, I'm just staying hydrated because my voice has been going in and out a little bit. Because even how you view yourself as Two of Swords. Two of Swords is a decision-making process. You know, I feel like you guys are just heading in this direction of like, this is it. I'm making my choice and I'm walking away. You know, I don't feel like, my guides are saying like decisive action. A lot of you are really taking decisive action. I feel like this is not, interesting way to say this. My guides are like, you're not squandering. You're not like, you know, I almost want to say like, what is that? Fish out of water, you know, when they're just kind of like flapping around. I don't think you're doing that, you know? I feel like you guys are getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. Like I said, with all this water imagery, this is a very emotional month for you, Gemini. And emotions can be really scary. You know, I have air in my big three. I know a lot of air signs, and emotions can sometimes, like, it can throw us. You know, even for non-air signs, just people in general, as a person, as a human being, you know, as a jellyfish piloting a meat suit, it can be scary to deal with our emotions. And I feel like you guys are really not shying away anymore. You know, I feel like at one point you did, you know, I think that, because the way my guides are saying this is it's a little dark. They're referencing a little bit of like like alcohol abuse. Like they keep showing me someone in a bar. You could have like drank your sorrows in the past. Maybe there's like some addiction here for you. But it feels like you're really not, that version of you is long gone. You know, it feels like you're seeing your emotions, you're confronting them, and you're handling it. This is a really, really positive step for you, Gemini. Yeah, 9 of Cups, 2 of Swords, 10 of Swords, and the Lovers. A lot of you are also recognizing that for a balanced relationship to come into your life, you yourself and everything, all your affairs and everything have to be balanced. You know, I think that a lot of you are really like, the way my guys are saying this is like hell-bent on stopping this cycle, on stopping it in its tracks and being like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not participating in this anymore. You know, I feel like a lot of you guys are just in this really positive place of, this isn't for me, and I'm going to show it. You know, I'm going to prove to myself that I'm better than this, and that I don't deserve this sort of treatment, and I do deserve a life where I'm happy, and I do deserve a relationship where I'm happy. You know, it's a really positive, Gemini. This is a really positive reading. You know, for dealing with as big of a narcissist as it seems that you are dealing with here, this is a really positive movement forward. Yeah, your superpower right now is the 7 of Swords, which is an interesting superpower because it does talk about being a little bit sneaky. But I don't really feel like necessarily sneaky for you, Gemini. I feel like doing what you have to. Do you know what I mean? I don't feel like you're cheating on this person. I don't feel any of that. I feel like you are just moving in silence. You may be, because my guides are showing me paperwork, you may be doing legal work behind the scenes. Like, that may be the sneaky aspect. They may not know about it. But the way my guides are giving this to me also is that sneakiness in the name of, like, self-preservation isn't really being sneaky, is it? You know, the way my guides are also giving this to me, it might be a good journal prompt for you, is being sneaky for self-preservation for the greater good. Is it for the greater good of your life and where you're going and what's going on around you? You know, it's like I tell my clients all the time, like, if you lie to, like, save your life, that's a moot point. You know, if I lie so that, let's say I'm in an abusive relationship and I lie so I don't get hit, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm literally just protecting myself. You know, as someone who grew up in a very abusive household, a survival strategy is lying, is withholding information. I stopped telling people, especially when I was growing up, before I moved out, before 20, I stopped sharing personal things about myself with my family, because all they would do is turn it around and throw it back at me. That's not helping me, you know? So I feel like a lot of you guys need to recognize here with the Star, the Hermit, and Six of Pentacles, you are protecting yourself. This is not sneaky. You are not a bad person. This is not evil. You are, quite frankly, just protecting yourself and ensuring that you can survive this. Okay, I get that you don't like feeling this way. Find solace in knowing it is not permanent. Okay, you will not feel like this forever. But it does feel like this is just kind of how the cookie crumbles, you know? This is just how it goes. You have to protect yourself, Gemini, and you have to do what's best for you, because your hope is the world. I love that, because in the beginning, remember, the world was in reverse. Where was it? Yeah. And now it's upright. Your hope is that you make it out of this. And I feel like you will, Gemini. Tower, bottom of the deck, big changes. Yeah, you're leaving. 5 Pentacles, babe, it's over. I don't know what you guys are doing. I don't know where you're going, but it's over, babe. You're walking away from this. Good fucking riddance, if I'm being honest. It's a horrible energy. Knight of Swords, second fastest card in the deck. Yes, I love to see it. Gemini, you are out of here. My guy just said to me, let's blow this popsicle stand. Yeah. 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. 8 of Wands and the 2 of Wands. You're not waiting anymore. You know, I feel like you guys are, it's like you woke up. It's so funny. I literally said this this week. It's like you woke up from a bad dream and you were like, wait, what the fuck was that? I feel like a lot of you guys are you're in such a powerful month. Like, August is just such a powerful month for you, because it's truly just pedal to the floor, pedal to the metal, and fly out of here. Your outcome is the 6 of Cups, babe. For some reason here, this does heal your inner child, is what I'm getting. Like, there is a wound here for you that you are healing of, like, not advocating for yourself, I feel like not standing up for yourself. This is a really big step in healing your own inner child right now, because you are standing up for yourself. You're saying, I don't deserve this, and you're leaving. Period. That's like bad bitch energy, babe. Okay? You've absolutely got this. You're gonna crush it. Yeah. And once again, Judgment, 4 of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. It feels like this person is going to try and bribe you out of this. Well, what if I give you money? What if I do that? And you're just like, no. 4 of Cups is apathy. It's like, I don't want that. I don't care. Notice how the hand is coming out here from the cloud, and then it's over. Literally, this person is like, oh, here. What if I give you money? And you're like, no. I don't care. I don't want your money. You know, I feel like this is so positive, especially with Judgment here. You're really saying you're taking a stand here, Gemini. This is such a positive reading. August is looking really good for you guys. Like, I feel like you're really standing up for yourself. You're standing up for your beliefs. You're standing up for your moral compass. And you're walking away from something really big that's not serving you. Okay? This is really, really positive. Okay? All right, let's get you an oracle card. This is the Angelarium. If you've seen literally any of my videos ever, I use this all the time. I'm obsessed with this deck. So let's see. It's a reimagining of the Falling of the Angels. So let's see what the angels have for you. Gemini for August, please. What's their advice? Gemini in August, please. Gemini in August. They're being particular. Thank you. Okay. I love this for you. Your card is Armoros, Angel of Undoing. Wow, very fitting. Very fitting. I'm excited to read this one to you guys. It's number 57 for those of us that are into numerology as well. Okay. Now is a time for building. A time for applying chisel to stone and beginning the uncomfortable process of letting inspiration find you. The challenge of the work might be obvious, but the alternative is always less desirable. Seek this work out. An uncarved boulder is waiting for you, and you'll recognize it as soon as you see it. Chances are you already know the challenge that awaits. Don't delay. Gemini, this is a great reading, okay? It looks like August is really shaping up to be really beautiful for you. It's looking like you're in your power, you're walking away, you're leaving things behind, and you're just moving on to bigger and better things. So, babe, I'm going to leave that there for you, Gemini. That is your month at a glance for August, all right? If this reading resonates with you, if my reading style resonates with you, do consider liking and subscribing. We are on the way to 200 subscribers, which is exciting. If you guys would like to interact with me on a live basis, I do go live 3 days a week on Twitch. You can find me Wednesday and Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. EST, as well as Saturday from 4 to 6 p.m. EST. There's also a Discord community of mine you can join. That is where I post all my updates, where you can find all my links, anything you want. And it's also just like a really positive, happy, uplifting community. So that door is open for you guys as well. So I leave you with that. I hope to see you over on Twitch, Gemini. And if not, it's okay. I'll catch you in the next video. All right? Bye.